So here's my question. How do we undo this? How do we reach people with limited time and program to obey and not be concerned? That's a good question. Unfortunately, what we're dealing with here is cultural conditioning and targeted propaganda. They have a media that is telling them every single day that democracy is the problem and authoritarianism is the answer. That is, of course, as long as it's their guy who's the authoritarian. Take those farmers that I was showing in that video, for example. They've been voting Republican their entire lives, not because it's the logical thing to do, but it's the cultural thing to do in that area. It is tied to their identity, their church, their family, their neighbors, their Facebook feed. All of these things are reinforcing to them that Republicans are the good guys and the Democrats are baby-eating demons. So how do we reach them? By telling them the facts? They don't care about the facts. We need the Democrats in these areas to actually show up and talk to these people. They need to see that these are real people and not some demon that they heard about on TV. And these politicians need to learn how to speak their language, meet them where they are, because if they don't, the Republicans will. They need to talk to them in plain, simple English, the way that Orange Man does. It's not because these people are stupid, but a lot of these people don't have a lot of advanced education, so they may not understand some of the wording that's used, and they take it as some sort of disrespect. And maybe not even disrespect, but being able to relate to that person. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if you're talking to a doctor, you know how they kind of ease down their language. They don't talk about everything in the same terms that they would talk to other doctors. They give you kind of the layman's terms. That's what we need to be doing. Doctors don't tell people that they're going to have a myocardial infarction. They say you're going to have a heart attack. Most people understand what that means, but if you try and sound too smart, they're most likely just going to check out on you and they're not going to care what you have to say. And we have to be prepared to listen to a lot of stupid shit that they've been taught on Fox News or whatever they've been listening to and not meet it with sarcasm or mocking or anything like that. And whenever you can get away with it, don't tell them that you're a Democrat. Don't tell them that you're a leftist. Just tell them a story or ask them questions. Ask them questions like, don't you think that billionaires should have to pay more in taxes? After all, it's not going to hurt them in any way. They won't feel it at all. But we definitely do, right? And especially if they live someplace that's a little more rural, their hospitals are more likely to be shut down because they don't get the government funding that they did. Ask them questions like, do you think that hospitals should be better funded in this state? Do you think that there should be more fail-safes and subsidies for farmers whenever they have a bad crop year? Tell them stories about Republicans whose wife died because their hospital closed in their rural area because it didn't have enough funding from the government. Unfortunately, this is going to be a painfully slow process, but one that probably needs to happen. And that's most likely the only way that things are going to change. Question is, will we do it?